Huh. The camera is very yellow this morning. Quite yellow this morning. And sometimes I have the autofocus off. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed that. I can't stand that when I'm watching somebody else's video. It happens more with streamers, but like they have it on autofocus and it's like going in and out sometimes. That drives me nuts. So this focus is manual. I have to adjust it every time. I use Party Jam. So anytime his thing, see how the lenses of the glasses get a little blurry. So this is like a perfect sticker. I'm looking for that right there. That like, whatever you call it, that effect on the glasses. Anyway, but it'll like color correct. And I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know if it's because the background of the lyrics is orangish. And so you're noticing the yellow, but like, I guess our lights are fairly yellow too. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just crazy. It's one of those things where it's always been there, but I don't notice it until 4 years later. Anyway, Mama's Gone. Erykah Badu. Almost picked Bjork Vespertine today. Almost. I was in the hot tub. It's cold. It's gray this morning. It's been cold for like a week now. And it just popped in there. Vespertine. I was like, oh. And I was like, oh, yeah. And the other day, I remembered a couple days ago, I was like, I really want to listen to Mama's Gun. It just popped through my head, too. And I feel like right now I'm overcorrecting because I spent a lot of this year not hitting a lot of the classics and diving a little bit more underground and really into new releases and stuff, which I'll always do new releases. I like new releases. I'm liking the underground a lot. That's going to happen more next year. There'll be a caveat. I'll talk about that. I'll make a video for 2026. Anyway, though, Mama's Gone, year 2000. This one is highly regarded. I've heard Baduism. I actually haven't put that one on in a while. But yeah, figured, you know what? There's another classic. Let's just hit it up. I got some time today. I do have to pack up and get ready for a dirt biking weekend, but I got some time. This morning. So yeah, we're checking it out. 14 songs, an hour and 11 minutes, which is a little daunting, but like the last song is 10 minutes. So it's funny, like one long song, it's almost like to me, it doesn't count. I don't know why. And then, we got like 6.5, we got 7 minutes, we got 6 minutes. So there's some longer songs on that. Kind of makes it nice. It's weird. The length of a song, well, that's part of it. There's other things that go into it. But if a song is longer, it's much easier to edit for YouTube. So for YouTube, I try to cut like 50%. I usually cut like 30% because I hate taking music out. I hate cutting these videos. I wish I could just post them uncut, but I can't because they get blocked. I have to remove like a percentage of music from every video. Otherwise, it just gets blocked. But if it's a long song, it's easy to cut. The ones that are hard to edit are the 2-minute bangers because it's like, well, I don't want to cut out this part because that's a great part of the song. And I don't want to cut out that part because that's a great part of the song. And then the song's over. So anyway, little insight there to the editing process. But let's get into it. I'm curious to see where this goes. I was listening to the Team's EP a little bit. Love is a Kingdom, I think is. I listen to so much music, I can't remember the name of anything anymore. Let's get into it. Mama's Gone, Erykah Badu. I'm kind of expecting more of the same. So, but hopefully it's, well, I don't want to say better, but like, I'm expecting that sound area, the same area from Baduism. First track's called Penitentiary Philosophy. How we lock ourselves into our own philosophies, our own religions, and if we fail, condemn ourselves. Interesting. 6 minutes. Pino Palladino, Erykah Badu, James Poyser, and Questlove producing. All right, let's jump in. Track 1. First time listening to Mama's Gone. If you are on Patreon or on YouTube and you want uncut, the thing with YouTube is all the ads, the goddamn ads. So Patreon's $2. But anyway, there you go. All right, here we go. Track 1. I'm kind of helter-skelter this morning, aren't I? I can tell my brain is all over the place like a darting cat. Is it going? It feels like little thoughts all over the place. Oh, wow. Wow. Cool.
Here's my philosophy, living in the penitentiary. Brothers all on the corner trying to make believe. Turn around, ain't got no pot to
Ain't got no pot to be.
mad when I see you sad. Can't stand to see you hustle, doing bad. But you
Wow, dude.
when you
Wow.
weak, when you knock on the ground. Don't
Wow.
test me.
I'm surprised. I'm initially surprised by her like vocal style. Very. I don't know why, but I love this hook. Why, world, do you want to see me so mad? It feels like that so often. Kitty, hey, no, Kitty. Did you guys see that? See that little guilty voodoo in the background? So if I move this over, that little kitty. See what's hanging? I don't know. You can't really see it. Kitty. Kitty. How could you? Attacking the Christmas decorations, Kitty? No, Kitty. No. That's not a good kitty. Yeah. Guilty. He got caught. Voodoo got caught trying to attack the Christmas decorations on video, recorded. Look at him. He's still like, maybe I can get to it. Kitty. Anyway, it does feel like that sometimes. The world wants to just make you mad. All these fucking things happening. Like what? There's been a lot this year, and I don't want to go into it too much because I don't want to make it sound like I just complain about my life all the time. But work has been rough. Work has been rough. There's been things going on at work, and it's just like I go so many mornings. I go in like, okay, I'm not gonna get pissed off. I'm not gonna be upset or disappointed or surprised when management does something stupid again. And I hate to sound like the guy who's complaining about management all the time, but that's just what it feels like these days. And then it's like, 2 hours into Monday morning, it's like, fuck this place, man. Anyway, so there we go. Sarah, it was a good little time for the rant because Kitty would have gotten away with attacking the Christmas decorations. Oh, jeepers, no.
You the truth. I hope I'm not being too cruel.
It's such a funky little beat, man.
Since you ain't playing by the rules, I'm about to kick you off the stool.
I love that it's live drums too. Or just live instruments in general. Yeah, this is a great song. This is a great song. Be banging on and on. Yeah, dude, this is great. This is great. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, dude. Funky Quest, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Banger. Banger, banger, banger. It's such a great encapsulation, expression of this. Why you want to make me so mad, So fucking pissed. While this is playing out, I'm going to read, it's actually written down, the whispers that were at the beginning here. Why are all these voices in my mind? I have to write a song again. I have to be able to turn on the oven to warm up the apartment. Oh shit, that's crazy. I hope Seven's okay. hope he took his medicine. I have to stop it. I need to take my vitamins. Why won't they stop? Stop. Why won't they stop? The thoughts, all the thoughts. So that, okay, I kind of captured that. They did a good job. Well, she did a good job of, with whispers. Like, I'm kind of torn because if I put this song on in the car, every time, I'm going to be like, is it going? Because it took about 30 seconds or so before the sound would start coming through. Well, not quite as long here, but when I'm in the car, because I have issues sometimes with Spotify in the car where like I pull out and I press play, and as I'm detaching from my Wi-Fi from the house and it's switching over to the cell signal, sometimes it just won't go. I have to press play again. So I can already see it in the morning. I'm driving, I'm going to work, and it's like, is it going? Is it going? Anyway, she did a good job doing these whispers, these just thoughts everywhere. That's how I am all the time. It sucks. I have a hard time not thinking, which is why this is so nice. This has become such a break. As crazy as it is, right? What a fucking incredible blessing this has turned into in all aspects, but also too with so many people. It seems like, you know, the YouTube thing that gets burnt out and it's too much or stressful, they lose interest or whatever, right? Like this has just become a safe mental place for me. Here's my philosophy: living in a penitentiary, brothers all in the corner trying to make believe. But turn around, ain't got no pot to piss. So for those of you who don't know this, the whole pot to piss in thing, if way back in like the 1800s or something like that, you know, when you didn't have plumbing, indoor plumbing, they used to piss in these fucking pots. And then in the morning, you know, you'd go dump it out and stuff. So if you were so poor, you couldn't afford to buy that. That's what that means, basically. Make me mad when I see you sad. Can't stand to see you hustling, doing bad. But you can't win when your will is weak, when you're knocked on the ground. I'm telling you the truth. I hope I'm not being too cruel. Since you ain't playing by the rules, I'm about to kick you off your stool. Evil, don't you test me. Evil, you won't win. Why, oh why, world, do you want me so mad? So mad. Why can't we get along and take all the funky tones and make up a funky song that we banging on and on? God damn, dude, this is a great track. Great opening track. And then I saw, you know what, I kind of killed it. It rolls into the next one. It did fade out, but it rolls into track 2, which is, didn't you know, produced by Jay Dilla. Rest in peace, sir. Erykah Badu. Let's jump into 2. This is the big one off the album. Didn't you know? Oh, I love this little like woo. Oh my god. And a little fucking hand drum. Oh, this is already a banger. Already. Yeah. Dude, the fucking stop to watch my emotions sway. Great verse. Dude, this song sounds incredible. And just a little pitter patter of the drum, hand drum. I'll let it finish. It's about a minute. Didn't you know? Yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it does just dump into track 3 too. Wow, that was a great transition right there. God, I'm so happy I get to ruin ruin the transition there. Well, that is a banger. What a great combination of kind of like a chilled out tempo mood in the song, while also having, I think the hand drum really adds a lot. It's just like, it's like when you've got like a fresh beer from right off the keg, right? And you set it down and it's got those little bubbles just kind of, that's what the hand drum, just a little pitter patter taps on there. Just this little effervescent, bubbly sensation over this just kind of calmed out, chilled out tone. And I really like that combination of style with what's being said in the song. Time to save the world. Where in the world is all the time? So many things I still don't know. So many times I've changed my mind. Guess I was born to make mistakes, but I ain't scared to take the weight. So when I stumble off the path, I know my heart will guide me back. And there was something else that she said here. Oh, where was it? Tried to move, but I lost my way. Stopped to watch my emotions sway. Knew the toll, but I would not pay. Because you never know where the cards may lay. You know, some expressing some uncertainty here. And I'm feeling a little bit of that. Like I've been reading, I'm trying to get back into reading, and I've failed so many times. But I started reading the book called The Alchemist. If you haven't read it, apparently it's pretty highly regarded. I've never read it. I'm about halfway through it. It's an easy read. Like I think I've spent, maybe I've read it for an hour and a half total, and I'm already halfway through it. It's not a long read. It is not a difficult read. It's very straightforward, very simple writing, but the ideas inside of it are great. And one of them was, there's this part where they're crossing the desert and the person leading the caravan across the desert says, "Doesn't worry. Like, I'm not worried. Sometimes it's time to cross the desert. Sometimes it's time to make camp. Sometimes it's time to fight, you know, the thieves. Sometimes it's time to go to sleep. Like, it's just whatever it is time to do, that's what I do. And there's nothing to worry about." And it's like, it's true. And our brains, especially my brain, you know, I do my best to try and be in the moment because this is life right now, right here, right now. But also, it is also true that there's stuff coming. And so, yeah, you try to make plans and prepare yourself as well as you can for what is coming. One of my favorite quotes from a movie is No Country for Old Men, where one of the characters, he's trying to duck the people that are chasing him. And there's this girl up by the pool, and he's married. She's sitting by the pool by herself. She's like, "Hey, you know, sporting goods. What you up to? There's something, this and that." And he's, "Oh, you know, I'm just, you know, waiting for something, just looking for something." And she's like, "What?" And, "Oh, this, that." And then, "And what else?" Like, "Oh, you know, whatever's coming." She goes, "Yeah, but nobody ever sees that." And it's just, and I will say, if you've not seen the movie, oh my God, I think that's probably my favorite movie of all time in terms of just quality and how much I enjoy it. But I love that line of dialogue. Just whatever's coming. Yeah, but nobody ever sees that. You never see it coming. And so it's this mix, right, of, okay, well, what do I do? Do I try to make plans? Do I try to make decisions and all this stuff and guide my way forward? Or do I just live? And I can find out. 45 years old, kids. I don't fucking know, man. Good luck. Just enjoy the ride. That's all I can say. Enjoy the ride. Fuck if I know. And it's easy to look to. Another thing that's really cool about the book, The Alchemist, is that it really hits on a concept of sometimes your dreams aren't exactly what you thought they were, and chasing your dreams and falling short and feeling like a failure could just simply be a portion of a path that leads to something that was so much better than you could have never anticipated before. And I have found that to be very true in my life, man. Like the work that I do, having a YouTube channel, listening to hip hop, like the things I've ended up doing in life have been so like almost accidental and so random that if I had gone back and tried to get here, I probably would have not gotten here. So there's some great concepts in that book. Anyway, great song. Great song. Free your mind and find your way. There will be a brighter day. Love is life and life is free. Take a ride of life with me. Good shit. Good shit. Let's go to 3. It's called My Life. Erykah Badu, James Poyser, and Jay Dilla producing. Oh my God. Drop it into 3. My Life.
I was standing downtown, staring at the puddles on the ground.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out a way about this town. And oh, yeah, I'm not the only one. So many people out there chase the sun. If you're looking for
This is great. This is great, man.
you sure won't get too far. Oh. You better dance to make the rain come down. If you wanna be a star, oh my. Sure ain't been too easy.
Sure ain't been too easy.
The life I wanna lead.
Huh. A little bit of strings in there, huh?
Every now and then, I wanna throw my hands up in the sky. 'Cause one day I know I'll be flying high. And oh, yeah, I gotta get down on my knees and pray. 'Cause in my heart I know I'll see that day. Show ain't been too easy.
I kind of like that little boom, boom, boom. And the little strings. That part right there. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, this is cool. Quick pause. One thing I'm liking about this is that I don't know. There's terms like neo soul and R&B and blues, and there's all these genre terms, and I have a very, very rough understanding of them. But like, I tend to struggle with R&B for 2 reasons. One, it gets pretty lovey-dovey, and I'm just not a lovey-dovey music type of person in general. There's some songs I get into, but and then also 2, R&B, usually the tempo is just a little bit slower. And that's not a problem, but it is challenging in a reaction format where it's like, you're just kind of like, yeah, here I am sitting here listening to music. So I'm liking this more because I feel like it's kind of parallel to the R&B space. Well, it's probably not really R&B, but like, I guess this would be more soul or neo soul or whatever the hell you call it. And so it's just cool. I'm enjoying more of the musical elements to it, a little bit more of a tempo to it, just a little bit more of a pace to kind of sit with, if that makes any sense. The strings back there, man. Just the wah 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 wah. Yeah. And there's like some snaps in there too. I noticed that right away. I didn't mention it. I always like snaps. Yeah. Let's see how it rolls into 4. Oh, wow. Oh, that's very cool. I like that. I like that transition a lot. That's good. That's good. Downtown, standing downtown, staring at the puddles on the ground, trying to figure a way up out of this town. And I know I'm not the only one. So many people out here chase the sun. Yeah, okay, Icarus. I was going to say Icarus, yeah. If you're looking for a free ride, you better run, child. You sure won't get too far. You better dance a dance to make the rain come down if you want to be a star. Sure ain't been too easy to live the life I want to live. You're going to go through changes. There's no turning back. It's interesting, too, is sometimes with these songs where when you kind of chop them up and get rid of the singing elements, they're very different. This just saying these words plainly without the music, without the singing, without the tempo that they have. Sure ain't been too easy. The life I want to live. You're going to go through changes. There's no turning back. Like that's just a very kind of a challenging statement, you know? There's no turning back. It's commit. You got to commit. And well, I mean, that's obvious, but more of the no turning back portion is kind of scary. Kind of scary. Fuck. I have to make once I make the decision, this is it. I go tumbling down the rabbit hole, even though I'm going to go through changes. What if I don't want to go through those changes? What if I don't like those changes? What if it's too challenging? What if it's too hard, you know? That kind of thing. Every now and then I want to throw my hands up in the sky because one day I know I'll be flying high, and I know I got to get down on my knees and pray because in heart I know I'll see that day. No turning back. No turning back. And this is kind of a neat, as far as the no turning back part, I like how towards the end of the song, maybe not even towards the end of the song, maybe it's always been this way. I'm just kind of removed from the music right now. But the no turning back here, I was saying it feels scary, but on this, it's more of a mantra to move forward. Move forward. It's not a fear of not being able to go back. It's a commitment to moving forward. So yeah. Yeah, good song. All right, let's go to 4. So it's My Life, and then followed up by And On, which is kind of neat. Producers Jaborn Jamal and Erykah Badu. Drop it into 4, And On.
1, 2, 1, 2. On and on and on and on.
Ha.
Wake the fuck up, cause it's been
Wake the
too
fuck
long.
up.
Say, wait a minute, queen, what's your name? I be the gypsy flipping life game from the right brain. Ascension maintained. Rolling through like a burning flame. Like a supernova.
Ah, I like that.
Show you the light when they in the dark morning. The moon past the sun, 4 constellations start forming. Across up in the sky.
Huh.
But everybody wanna ask me why. What good do your words do if they can't understand you?
Ah, yeah.
No go talking that shit, Badu.
I want to touch on that real quick. What good do your words do if they can't understand you? It's so key. The other side of that coin, I think this is very important. Especially these days with online everything, all the internet bullshit, all the yappers. I love that song by fucking Mick Jenkins. Pundits. Oh my God, dude. Such a great song. Yappers. What good do your words do if they can't understand you? Pretty straightforward, you know, and so I like it's something I love about language and communication, writing, is how do you convey an idea to another person with high accuracy? That's very difficult because you could say the same sentence to 10 different people and there's a chance you're going to get 4 or 5 different responses from that. Like not everybody is going to take that same sentence the same way. It's going to be different depending on who you're talking to. The other side of that coin, something I want to emphasize, don't waste your time sending words to people who aren't there to listen. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. And it's funny because it's this weird like feedback loop of, it seems like the people that need explanation the most because they clearly don't understand are also the same people that refuse to fucking hear it. Seems to be the case. That's the experience I've had. Anyway, there you go. We'll keep going now. Well, I'm raising hell.
Trying to find the world I'm in. I'm the envy of the women and I rule the men. 2 fish, one swimming upstream. One swimming down, living in a dream. But when she loves, she tends to cling. What good do your words do? They can't understand.
It's so just fun. It's fun. Bridge. This is so just fun.
Remember how I felt the day I first started my period. Remember there in school one day I learned I was inferior. Badu in your stereo. Holla if you hear me though. But still the people really wanna know. Why good do your words do?
It feels like a live performance. It feels like I'm in a bar somewhere, a lounge, and they're just playing this shit. Oh, and the transitions are fucking awesome. Thank you, whoever it was. Somebody on Twitter said, transitions from Sonic songs, so pay attention to that. These transitions are amazing, so thank you for pointing that out to me prior to me stumbling all over them. I like this one a lot. And on. Remember when I went with Mama to the washateria? Is that like the laundromat? Remember how I felt that day? I first started my period. Remember there in school one day, I learned I was inferior. Let's read the annotation. Badu reflects on her poor upbringing and coming of age, and mentally her disadvantaged position in society, her learning that she is inferior is her becoming aware of prejudice and how it affects her, class discrimination, sexism, racism, prevalent in American society. Yeah. It's got to be such a mind fuck to experience that as a person. And look at the next line after that section. Badu in your stereo. From water in your cereal to and experiencing racism, experiencing sexism, experiencing all these things, feeling like an inferior person, and becoming a music star. That's got to be fucking like it kind of makes me go back to my life or Penitentiary. The one with all the questions, the first one I think is Penitentiary Philosophy. Of just experiencing uncertainty in your own life and trying to sort that out, and that's difficult at times. Hopefully it's less often than it happens, that feeling of uncertainty. Sometimes you're just fucking in it. You're like, right? Sometimes there isn't a choice. You're just kind of going through it, and that's all there is. But then to have your own personal uncertainty, it then have this twist of you're garbage, but you're not a person, you're not a human, you're inferior because of this, that, and the other, things that you're born into, things that you can't control. And then people, I love you, you're amazing, you're the best, you're like, what? What? It's just got to feel so random, Especially too, if you're looking around at other people who are coming from the same situation you're coming from, and it's like, why me? And then you start wandering into survivorship guilt, that whole thing, or survivor's guilt. I was thinking survivorship bias. That's a different thing. Survivor's guilt. Life is so strange. So very strange. It's fun, hopefully, sometimes. But it's so odd. My work, I'm going to take a bit of a tangent here. My work has been pushing us towards work with AI. So I've been working with AI this week, learning it. I don't know shit about it. I'm just beginning my educational journey into AI, using AI, learning about it, how it works, what it can do, what it can't do, all that stuff. And I was just thinking the other day, like, we're just fucked, bro. There's just no way all of this ends well. There's no way. So it's just like, well, smoke them if you got them, kids. Do what you can. Fucking have your fun, man. Have your fun. Just live, because there ain't no way. There's no fucking way. And I laugh because I don't know what else to do, man. I really don't know what else to do. Put your arms up and scream as the roller coaster dives. I don't know. I don't want to get too far into it. I don't want to get too dark, right? This album is so fun to listen to. I love these albums that sound like you're just in a lounge and they're there. They're there, right there. You're 20 feet away from them. I love that kind of feeling. And this verse was so fun too. Said I'm a Pisces, Zikadekadel. Hopefully I'm allowed to say that. I don't even know what the hell that means. well, I'm raising hell. People are always trying to find the world I'm in. I'm the envy of the women and I rule the men. 2 fish, one swimming upstream, one swimming down, living in a dream. But when she loves, she tends to cling. When incense burns, smoke unfurls, analog girl in a digital world. The Rastastire flower child, zip dip dows. It's so fucking fun. And the music that was playing with it. Yeah, good shit. Let's keep going. This is track 5 called Cleva. Which makes me think of, what is it, Sylph and Ollie, whatever. Then it's 3 a.m. I'm down on the corner wearing my leather. Some dude walks up. He's like, hey, punk. I'm like, yeah, whatever. If you don't know that, go listen to that, because it's my United States of whatever. It's a silly, ridiculous song, but it's super fun. Super fun to listen to. Officer Leroy comes up. He's like, hey, I thought I told you. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Anyway, it's called Clever, featuring Roy Ayers. Erykah Badu, James Poyes are producing. Drop it into 5. Clever.
This is how I look without makeup. And with no bra, my nanny sag down low.
My ninnies? I've never heard that before.
My hair ain't never hung down to my shoulders. And it might not grow. Shit, you never know.
You never know.
I'm clever. When I fuss and rhyme, I'm clever. Always on your mind.
God,
She's
again,
clever.
just so fun to listen to. Just light little notes. Yeah, was that xylophone? Nice little click from the drum. A little piano, I think. I like Clever.
Tell you why, 'cause I'm clever. is on your mind. She's clever, and I really wanna grow, but why come I'm the last to know?
Why come I'm the last to know? What a fun little jam, dude. I've never really heard somebody get down on the xylophone before. Yeah, this is fucking cool, man. Is it Questlove throughout the whole album? He was listed on the credits for the first track. I'm kind of just assuming it's him the whole time. But then I would assume he would get added in on the thing, too. It just feels like Questlove's style, you know? Let's see how it rolls into the... I guess we could go into the interlude here. Hey Sugar. So this is 6, little interlude. We'll have to break these lyrics down.
Hey, yeah,
And what is that? Is it a flute or like clarinet or something? Or just like a little, like, what are they called? The recorders? A little wind instrument thing? And it drops in. Okay, kind of rolls into booty. Okay, so we'll stop there. Let's look at some of the lyrics for Clever. All right with me. I'm all right with me. I got a little pot in my belly, so nowadays my figure ain't so fly. My dress ain't cost nothing but $7, but I made it fly. I love this. Something that's true of me lately is, so right now I weigh about 230 pounds. I'm 6'2", 230. And I put on weight during the pandemic. I was very stressed out during the pandemic. It was the pandemic. So it was 3 things. Pandemic, obviously. So work was a fucking nightmare. But also California that year, that summer specifically, we had a ton of fucking fires. So I worked inside and outside. And so inside, we had to have our fucking masks on, which sucked. Outside, we had to have our fucking masks off because there was so much smoke. And it was like 100 degrees. It was just awful. And then that summer, you know, there was all the protests and the riots and fucking Trump. And it's like, God damn it, dude. I was stressed out. So I think I put on about 15 pounds that year. And I haven't shrugged it off yet. And I need to lose some weight. I would like to lose some weight. I've never really been terribly comfortable with my own body. I've never really like enjoyed, you know, my physical appearance in terms of like, I don't know. I think I've got a lot of hang-ups, especially when I was younger. I've gotten a lot, I feel like I've gotten better, but had a lot of hang-ups over, you know, what it means to be sexy and attractive and all that shit, right? I think marketing and advertising fucked my brain more than I realized. All that to say, right now, this is basically the most I've ever weighed. And this is also the most comfortable I've ever been in my own body, which is strange. It's strange, right? You would think it would go the other way, where when you finally get fit and lean and in shape, then, oh, okay, yeah, now I finally feel good. Now, and also, this is probably, well, I don't know about the healthiest I've been, but like as far as running, I can just go jog 6 miles. I can just do that. I never used to run before. I'd maybe run like a mile or 2 or whatever. And during the pandemic, actually, that's when I kind of started running, started getting into it. And so over the years, I've just been jogging. And now I can just go jog 6 miles. It takes about an hour. My average pace for a 6-mile run is about 10 minutes and 30 seconds per mile, roughly. Give or take. Sometimes a little bit faster, sometimes a little bit slower. I'm tired when I'm done. But it's interesting, man. It's interesting. Surprising. Very surprising. So I like this. I got a little pop in my belly. My figure ain't so fly. But I'm still fly. You know? And it's just funny how sometimes our own perceptions shift around. You know? Sometimes I feel like we get so focused in on our goals and what we're trying to do and what we think we need to do to feel better or live better or be happier, whatever, right? Like just improve our life in some aspect. And sometimes I feel like it's like we get so focused on looking down that lane towards the end of the lane that we don't realize, well, you can just shift over the lane too. Like you can go to this lane and it's like, oh, I don't even care about that other thing anymore. It doesn't even matter to me. And I don't know, it's not necessarily the best analogy because it doesn't explain the experience I've gone through. But there you go. I do my best to make it sound like I know what I'm talking about. But the truth is, the truth with basically everybody is nobody knows what the fuck they're doing. We're all making it up as we go. This is how I look without makeup, with no bra. My ninnies sag down low. My hair ain't never hung down to my shoulders, and it might not grow. You never know. I guess does she have like does she have like very curly hair, afro type thing going on? I have no idea. I don't really know what she looks like. Or maybe she just always cuts it short. I don't know. Who knows? This kind of goes back to one thing I don't like about my appearance too, is something I point this out specifically for my own ego, to tell my own ego, it's fine. Nobody cares. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. But like I've got big old bags under my eyes, which sucks. And then my teeth. I've got a genetic thing where I was born without like 9 of my adult teeth never grew in, never came in. So I've got like my teeth have always been an issue. It's fucking annoying. I have an implant, like the titanium stud has been drilled in. In February, I'll get a tooth at some point. It's just, if everything could just be perfect, that would be nice. Then I could find something else to worry about. Which, you know what? If you think about it, if we could make it all perfect, we would probably still find something to worry about, wouldn't we? Probably, man. Probably. What a fun time. I love music. I'm so happy I get to do this. I'm so lucky I get to do this. I mean, I guess anybody could. I guess I could do this. It's different. Like, like if I were to just sit here and listen to this on my own and not talk about it, not have this more like engaged experience, it just wouldn't be the same, right? I'm very lucky to have a channel. I'm very lucky to have anybody watching. Thank you, guys. Anybody who's watched. There's a couple of people who've been posting up. I guess YouTube does their own like rap thing. Like there's a couple of people out there like watch everything from mine. Like, Jesus, you guys. I'm so sorry I talk so much. Jesus. All right, let's go to 7. It's called Booty. It's produced by Erykah Badu and James Poyser. Dropping in at 7, Booty. Oh, yeah. Oh, interesting.
Your booty might be bigger, but I still can pull your nigga, but I don't want it. You got sugar on your pita, but your nigga thinks I'm sweeter, but I don't want it.
What is a pita? I don't know what a pita.
You know the whole encyclopedia, but your nigga thinks I'm deeper, but I don't want it.
I get it. There's a picture in the annotations that helps. Here, I'll
Got
show
a
you.
whole lot of junk off in your trunk, but your nigga think I'm live and I keep him crunk. I don't want it. Hey, 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 I don't want it. All of what I'm doing to you. And you don't
Is that a
need
cowbell? What is hitting?
'cause he ain't ready. Sit down, bow, bow. See, I don't want it if he ain't made no arrangement with you. I hope you would've done the same like me too. Kisses might be wetter, but your nigga likes my better. I don't want it.
I'm purposely trying to not read ahead just so I can hear the
You got
lines.
the beans and rice and the hot whole cakes, but your nigga still over here in my plate. I don't want it.
I love the writing on this one.
Ain't got a PhD, nigga cool like D, but your nigga love me, your GED. I don't want it.
This is a great song.
'Cause the boy ain't ready.
Okay, I didn't understand on the first refrain. I didn't understand. I don't want him if he ain't made no arrangement with you. I hope you would have done the same thing for me too. I didn't really get that. Like, I was confused. I took that as I don't want him unless he's like committed. Like, basically, it came off to me as I will only want him if it's gonna like wreck your relationship type. So I was confused by that. But the second refrain, you don't need him because he ain't ready. You don't need him. The boy ain't ready. If he ain't made no arrangement with you. So basically, she's talking about this boy is, you know, fear of commitment and all that kind of stuff. Like, he's too young. He's not ready for a mature relationship, that kind of thing. So now I understand it more. Dude, this fucking second verse is amazing. Well, actually, both verses are really good. Your booty might be bigger, but I can still pull your... But I don't want him. You got sugar on your pita. But he thinks I'm sweeter. This is fucking a funny song. I like this. All right, let's finish this up.
And I'll bet that for sure. But your niggas at my door, though. I don't want it.
I like how the music's kind of playing around too.
But your niggas straight sprung off the way I stroll. I don't want it.
What is the butterfly and Tootsie Roll? What is that?
'Cause of what it's doing to you.
I really do think they're banging away on a cowbell right here.
You don't need it. 'Cause he ain't ready. Sit down, see, I don't want it. If he ain't made no arrangement with you, I hope you would've done. Say,
The horns are having fun, man.
come on.
Oh, then it rolls right into 8. Kiss me on my neck. God, the transitions are great on this. They really are great. I gotta clear my throat again. Something's going around. There's some people at work. They're out sick this week, and I was starting to wonder this morning, do I have like the sniffles? Do I feel a little achy? I hope not. I'm going dirt biking. I don't give a fuck. I'm going. But something's going around right now. What a great song, Booty. The instruments too, man. Like it felt like the instruments were being just as like silly and playful as she was with her lyrics on this. So this butterfly and Tootsie Roll, the annotation is, it says popularized by the 69 Boys' 1994 one-hit wonder of the same name. You too can do the Tootsie Roll. Here's lyrics from the song, apparently. And work them hips a little bit, then do a dip a little bit. Oh yeah, you got it. Now whip, baby, no buts about it. And you over there with the long hair, keep rolling that derriere, because it ain't hard, it's a brand new dance. Anyway. Let's keep going. I guess I don't really have a whole lot to say about. I mean, the lyrics are very straightforward, and I was pretty much talking about them during. You got a PhD, magna cum laude, but he loves me with a GED. Oh fuck, man! Great song. What a great song. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's go to 8. I think, is this 8? Yeah. Kiss Me on My Neck. Erykah Badu, James Poyser, Jay Dilla are producing. Let's drop into 8. So now as we get into this back half, the songs get a little longer. So this is 5.5, and it's 5 and 7, 5.5, 5.5, 6.5, 10. So a little bit longer stretches here on the second half of the album. But here we go. Here's 8. Kiss Me on My Neck. Breathe on my neck.
Somebody walk up behind me and kiss me on my neck and breathe on my neck. There's such a long time I forgot that I was fine.
I forgot that I was fine.
On my neck and breathe on my neck. I was somebody
like this section. There's just a hint of a wind instrument in the background, and then another one just came in on the other side. Yeah, it's moving around too. I want to read this annotation for "Bring me water for these flowers growing out of my mind," because this line, "Bring me water, water from my mind." Proposed suggestion. In addition, it's a reference to the activation of the crown chakra, which is described as a feeling of a flower blossom at the crown of your head. Okay. But in addition to what? I don't know. Maybe let's run with that for a bit. Because she is saying, if you want to feel me better, you better be divine. And so I wonder, it's probably more of because you think about kissing somebody on your neck and affection in that kind of way. It gets a little it could definitely be sexual in nature, but also I feel like what she's really saying here, if you want to feel me. Feel me. It feels like beyond a sexual level, a physical level, but more of like a spiritual level. Bring me water for these flowers growing out of my mind. And so if you run with the chakra idea, which I don't know enough about chakras to speak about them and what that means, but it does feel like it's a full experience, not just a physical experience, but like an emotional experience, a spiritual experience. This interaction that she would like to have, basically, what she's calling for. Okay, well, there we go. This portion, it's just like chunky, The breathe thing, just thinking about what I just said earlier, kissing somebody on the neck, but then like breathing on their neck. It's almost like, because I'll do this with my wife sometimes. I'll walk up and I'll give her a hug from behind, or I'll give her a kiss on the neck and stuff like that. But sometimes it's just like, you just kind of rest there for a second, and it's not, you're just there. And when you breathe on their neck, you can kind of smell a little bit and you're just there. And so that's, yeah. Now I feel like I'm starting to kind of feel this song, honestly. It almost makes me sad in a way. It just makes me think of how few and rare those moments are. We're always so busy. Life is just so busy. I don't know what that instrument is. The wow, 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 wow. Almost sounds like a spring in a tin can or something. Yeah. Let's see how it rolls into 9, which is 82,000. Oh, okay. It does kind of break off there. All right. So a bit of a clean cut. I was thinking the other day after I saw the Jid show. If you have not seen Jid live, go. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. What a fucking rapper. He is incredible live. He's so much better live than on recording, which is incredible. But it just made me realize how And Danny Brown too. Danny Brown, there's a couple songs where it's like, oh shit, it hits different live, you know. And these artists can use these words, you know. It's almost like what she was saying, whatever song it was, you know. How can I use these words? You know, are these words going to reach people, or are they going to understand them, or whatever? But these artists can make these songs where the words are right and the vibe is right and it's all right, and it still just doesn't hit. You know, it's kind of weird. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. I think Frank Ocean's Blonde is a great example of that, where people don't get it until they listen to it, like after a breakup or something, and then it just hits like a truck. But especially after some live shows, man, where it feels like you could experience just that personal nuance from the artist. And I think this song has some of that same thing, where if you really don't sit and soak with it, if you just kind of have it on and listen to it, I feel like there's a deeper meaning here. It's been such a long time. I forgot that I was fine. Because it isn't about, you know, it's called Kiss Me on My Neck. And she's saying, you know, I just want someone to kiss me on my neck and breathe on my neck. And on a surface level, it doesn't sound necessarily that deep. But if you really take the time to hear it, it is pretty deep. Just this longing for somebody, you know, that experience, that very close personal connection with someone. Because those kinds of relationships are so rare. They're so rare. And, you know, honestly, it coming on after Booty makes Booty make more sense too. You know, I don't want him. I don't want your boyfriend or whatever, even though he's all into me and all this other stuff. He's not ready. He's too young. He's too immature. He's not going to appreciate me the way I need to be appreciated. He's not going to provide the relationship that I want. And that's a very important thing to be aware of. And well, I'm sure everybody's aware of it, right? You're either happy in your relationship and you know why, because it's going great, or you're unhappy and you know why, because it's not going great, right? But what I really mean to say is, you know, it's easy for ourselves who basically underappreciate our own needs at times, you know, and then we end up with somebody who doesn't treat us the way we deserve to be treated. And that's a little rough. And some people are terrified of being alone, and so they'll just take whatever they can get, which is usually going to end up in a bad situation. And other people are just fucking straight up narcissists and don't care about anybody. I'm like, oh, God. Cool song. Cool song. I was thinking, you know, it's kind of, I don't know if it needed to be that long, 5.5 minutes, but it really is just like a state of mind in a sense. It's not like a love song necessarily. It's just this connection, this longing. And I shouldn't even necessarily say longing, because it doesn't, well, I mean, that's what she's saying. I want somebody to come and kiss me on the neck, but it's, I don't know, it's more than that, I guess. Anyway, all right, well, there we go. Let's go to 9, 82,000. Pino Palladino, Erykah Badu, James Poyser, Questlove, producing track 9. Drop it in. Here we go.
No, you won't be naming no buildings after me to go down dilapidated. This world done changed so much.
Huh.
Yeah. This world done
Beautiful sound. Music. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 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 This is a beautiful song. Total lounge bar song. pause right there real quick just to talk. This, you won't be naming buildings after me to go down dilapidated. And kind of an interesting thing to think about. There are people out there that, they want their name on the building and it stands tall and, there's my name on the building, all that shit. But yeah, buildings do come down eventually. They come down. So it's kind of something I've never considered before, this twist on the idea of I don't want my name to be on something that will eventually fall, My name will be misstated surely. But see, that's the part I'm confused on, is my name will be misstated surely. Anyway, maybe it's something as simple as people mispronouncing her last name, Badu. maybe it really is that simple. Who knows? Anyway, let's finish it up. We'll listen to some beautiful music. Got about 2.5 minutes left. Just what a great mix of the instruments. I can hear Questlove, I can hear the bass, I can hear the keyboard. Great dance between all those instruments right there. And there's a little very softly strummed guitar. Oh, cool. It's such a warm sound. So rich. Well done. I don't think I have too much to say in terms of lyrics. What in the world will we do? Will we ever make it again? His world done changed. Yeah. Is it in your plan? It could be, there's his world and your plan capitalized. I wonder if it's an idea, too, of I don't want my names on these buildings that will eventually just be wiped out when God returns, Like I don't want to be associated with the physical material world. I'd rather be associated with the spiritual. Maybe. Sounds like a good guess. Sounds like one. All right, this is track 10. It's called Orange Moon. 7 minutes, a little over 7 minutes. This one. Only Erykah Badu is listed as production, so drop it into 10, Orange Moon.
I'm an orange moon.
Huh. Oh, wow. Oh, I love the boom doo. Yeah. Beautiful.
Many nights he was alone. Many nights. His light was too bright, so they turned away, and he stood alone.
feel like this is a more of a like a religious theme song. You know, the idea of the sun and people turning away because it's so bright, you know, and the moon being a reflection of the sun's light. And there's, you know, in Christianity, you know, shining your light for the world to see so that you can be a representation of God or God's love or whatever. I forget the specific terminology, but that's what this feels like. Definitely feels like. I love that little wind instrument. And the piano too.
I'm an orange moon. I'm brighter than before. Brighter than ever before. I'm an orange moon. And I shine so bright. 'Cause I reflect the light of my
He gets to smile and I get to be an orange. Orange.
How good it is. How good it is.
That one little pop from the drum.
How good it is. Shine so bright.
What a great song. It's a beautiful
He
song.
rules the day, I'll rule the night. Shine, shine, shine.
One of my favorite songs from Danny Brown is Shine. I love Shine by Danny Brown. I'm going to click this annotation here. It's pretty long. I'm going to read it. So in 5% Nation theology, the foundation of all existence, represented by the number one in supreme mathematics, is knowledge. Everything that is accumulated through learning, observation, and respect. Knowledge is symbolically likened to the rays of the sun because the sun is the center of the solar system and necessary to give life, as knowledge is the center of existence. 5% teachings also liken the sun to the black man and masculinity, and the moon to the black woman and femininity. Just like the moon glows because it reflects sunlight, in the equal partnership between black man and woman, the partners reflect the light of their combined knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Erykah adds a romantic element to this metaphor with the image of a spectacular full orange moon. The orange moon is usually associated with the harvest or hunter's moon, which are autumn moons appearing close to the equinox. The equinoxes mark the points in the Earth's circle of the sun at which, due to the alignment of the axes, the number of daylight and non-daylight hours are close to even, resulting in a day and night of near equal length. The autumnal equinox also marks a point at which the alignment of the sun and moon means that the full moon rises at the same time the sun sets. Oh, interesting. The normal period of darkness between sunset and rise does not occur, and the full moon appears brightest for longest. Huh. I had no idea. The combined images evoke a sense of harmony as sun and moon, man and woman, both appear to shine their brightest and combine to light the earth equally together. Oh, that's cute at the end. Combine to light the earth equally together. That's cool. Very cool. All right. Yeah, neat stuff.
How good it is. How good it is. How good it is. How
Oh, that little flute's getting playful out there.
How good it is. How good it is. How good he is. How God is. How good it is.
The piano's getting some fun in.
How good he is.
Yeah.
God is. How good it is. How good it is. How good it is. How
This is great. I love how much it's just a celebration. Beautiful song. Absolutely beautiful song. A fun celebration of music too at the end with the music. Yeah, I like that one. I like that one a lot. Many lights, he was alone. Let's see. Let's read this a bit. The song can be interpreted as a metaphor using the cycles of sun and moon to embody the phases of relationships. This line refers to the phenomenon of the new moon phase, where for consecutive nights it seems there is no presence of the moon in the sky. Sure, therefore leaving the sun to occupy the sky alone. Literally, it refers to how in life the man Badu is speaking of spent nights alone, waiting for the right person to come into his life. Yep. That's a great song. There's something else I was going to say, and I forgot. Dang. Oh, well. This is 11, In Love With You, featuring Stephen Marley, produced by Stephen Marley, Erykah Badu, James Poyser. I feel like the previous song, even though it's just her listed as producer, Orange Moon, I feel like everyone was on that. Felt like that was Questlove and James Poyser. All, you know, these different people that have been listed on and off throughout the album. Who was the other one? Like Pino Palladino or whatever the hell his name was. Jaborn. Well, that was just the one song. Jaborn. Anyway, let's drop into 11, In Love With You. Here we go. That's cool that they fade out with the birds chirping, and then the birds chirping spills into this. I love snaps. There's something about snaps that I just love.
And she said she needs more than a friend. That's all I've ever been, yo. Well, one day you gon' overstand.
You're gonna overstand.
Yo, badu badi la dum de de. Now remember the first time that we met, yo. Now could I forget, yo? When you smile and I turn and I say to you, yo, you pure and true. I'm in love with you, in love with you.
God, what a great sound.
With you, in love with you. I'm in love with you, in love with you, in love with you.
What is this funky little wop, 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 wop in the back?
I'm so in love, baby.
This it is poetry. I'm in love with you. Love with you.
This little wop, 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 wop is so funky.
Love with you. I'm in love with you. Love with you. I'm so in love, baby.
Yeah, this is cool. I'm cracking up a little bit because that little sound, and it's done just right. Just that wow, 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 whatever, you know, I'm fucking up the beat right there. I did it totally wrong. But if you take that out, it's just a love song, right? With that, there's just this little wrinkle. It changes it. And it just kind of gives it this like phantom funk to it. And so it's still a love song and it's still beautiful. And the bass line kind of, I feel like the bass player there is like way over in the corner. I can hear him clearly, but it just feels like that bass line just over there, just to the side, over there. The guitar is beautiful. The snaps are great. Singing is great. But that little just crunchy, funky beat just kind of like puts this to it. Just a little bit of bobbing of the head there. Just a pinch.
Baby, come on. I mean it desperately. I'm in love with you. Love with you.
I'm in love with you.
Yeah. Back and forth now.
I'm in love with you. Love with you.
No, I'm in love with you. In love with you.
I'm so in people say.
Now I'm so in love, baby, and I don't care what your teachers say.
I tried.
Da-dum,
You
da-da.
in love with me.
You in love with
No,
me?
you in love with me.
No, you in love with
No,
me?
see, you in love with me.
What is this back and forth about?
You in love with me.
No, you in love with me?
I know you in love with
No,
me.
you in love with me?
Alright, I'm in love with you.
Yes, I'm in love.
I'm in love with you.
I'm in love.
I'm in love
Ah.
with you.
I'm in love with you.
I love that in that section, Erykah cracked off just a little bit of a laugh. That was great.
Badu, badi, da, do, 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 do. Yo, badu, badi, da, do, 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 do. Yo, badu, da, di, da, do, 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 do. Badu, da, di, da, do, 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 do. Badu, badi, da, do,
You know, the scat is great too.
Yes, I'm in love with you.
The scat is really.
Yes, I'm in love with you.
Kind of rolls into the bag lady there. The scat, I feel like too, is as important as that crunchy little funk sound, because it, you know, that's another thing too with the love songs, like the really sappy love songs, that make me kind of go, is they're so like serious, and like love isn't a serious, it is a serious emotion, but it's more than just serious. It's fun. It's supposed to be fun, you know. And so sometimes with these love songs, it's like, goddamn, relax a little bit, you know. Like, yeah, okay, I get it. You love me, great. It kind of overbearing with it a little bit, you know. And so with the scat mixed in there, and that little, okay, no, you're in love with me, no, you love me, no, you love me, and then the little laugh that she has, and okay, yeah, no, I love you, and no, I love you. Just that playfulness, fun. You know, it's supposed to be fun. It can be serious, it can be intense, it can be, you know, very intimate and all that kind of stuff. But it's got to be fun too. It's got to be fun. Otherwise, ugh. Sometimes I feel badly because I feel like just as a person, my wife just has more love in her. That's just the type of person that she is. And so she takes care of me, she takes care of our son, and she's amazing at it, and she's wonderful. And sometimes I'm like, I should, like, I don't know, do more or something. I mean, I do my part too. It's not like I don't do anything, but sometimes I just feel like a dead robot next to her. Which is, I mean, it's true. I'm probably more emotional than most guys to begin with, right? And so, you know, I'll tell her stuff and all that. But yeah, sometimes I'm just like, dang, girl, you really love us. I should probably love you back too somehow. All right, well, I'm gonna go to work. Anyway, great song. I was noticing too a lot of listens on this back end. The middle, it kind of thins out, but the back end's got a bunch of listens. So I wonder if people just kind of throw on the back half, you know, start at Orange Mood and just let it play out to the end. Well, let's go to Bag Lady. That's called Bag Lady, track 12 here. Erykah Badu, James Poyser are the production credits, at least per Genius. Dropping into 12. It's about a 6-minute song. Bag Lady. Here we go. Music by Badu and Andre Young.
Bag lady, you gon' hurt your back. Dragging all them bags like that. I guess nobody ever told you all you must hold on to is you. One day, all them bags gon' get in
I
your
like that.
way. One day, all them bags gon' get in your way.
I hate to pause early, but this drum, it makes me think of the military march. like the type of drumming that you would hear associated with a military march. And so I'm just throwing that out there as like a theme idea as we listen through these lyrics.
One day, all them bags gon' get in your way. One day, all them bags gon' get in your way. So, pack light.
Is that... Did Dr. Dre sample that sound on Chronic 2001? I know that. Smoke or whatever, I forget the song. They must have sampled that. I think this came out before.
I said one day he gon' say you crowd in my space. One day he gon' say you crowd in my space. So pack light.
Did they sample this from Dre? Explosive. East West Coast shit or something like that. I forget how the lyrics go. I gotta look up and see what came out first. Great section here.
If you stop breathing, and you won't believe it, it feels so much better, baby.
So I wanted to pause. I wanted the lyrics to come through more because I did catch this thing at the beginning, the summary. I saw this when I was looking at the lyric. This caught my eye for whatever reason. But in this song, Badu sings to women who carry around emotional baggage from past relationships. And so you think about this bag lady. You're gonna hurt your back, dragging all them bags. Guess nobody told you. You don't have to. All you have to hold on to is you. So just this idea of letting it go, right? Letting it go. One of these days, all those bags are gonna get in your way. You're going to miss your bus. You can't hurry up because you've got too much stuff. When they see you coming, the guys take off running from you. It's true. Oh, yes, they do. So, like, the idea of, yeah, you can tell when somebody's got a bunch of fucking emotional baggage. Like, oh, shit. This girl's crazy, right? This girl, she's got some fucking shit she's got to deal with. One day he's got to say, you're crowding my space with, with all your bags, right? All your baggage, all your bullshit. And I like the bridge. Let's get to the bridge because this was the part I wanted to hear before I actually started talking about the concept of the song. Is sometimes it's hard and we can't let go. When someone hurts you so bad inside, you can't deny it. You can't stop crying. If you start breathing, you won't believe it. You'll feel so much better. And so we do have this ability sometimes to just hold on to it, right? It's almost like we fall in love with our own melancholy. I certainly feel like I did that when I was younger. You just kind of become mesmerized by your own sadness, But what I was going to say is, I like songs like this because they bring up the idea, but sometimes I feel like we need more songs that tell you how to do it, And so often we hear about how you got to let things go and you got to do this, you got to do that. It's like, great, please tell me how. Artist or whoever, right? It always makes me think of like the YouTube, investment videos, how to invest and how to make money. And what you got to do is you got to buy something that's undervalued so that you can make a profit. Okay, like what? Stocks. Okay, which stocks? Well, stocks that are undervalued. Right, no, I get it. Which ones? Well, maybe real estate's better. Oh, okay. So where should I buy houses? Where they're gonna develop further, where the pricing's gonna go up. Thank you. Very insightful and helpful YouTube channel that tells me to make money by investing on things that will make money. Anyway, let's finish this one up. This is a good song. I like this one. Explosive. All I can hear is fucking Chronic. Yeah, drum drops in there. Yeah. Turn it into a banger here. Yeah, that's a great song. Great song. Yeah. I want to see. Let me find 2001. Is this it? This is it right here. Yeah. That's what I was thinking of. So, for those of you who don't know, I mean, before I started this channel, I did listen to about that much hip hop. I used to listen to 2001 a lot, and I listened to a little bit of Eminem. That's why I've never done Eminem reactions, like his early albums, because I owned them. I've listened to them. It's been years. Every now and then I talk about doing like a revisit to Eminem, to like, you know, sit down and do what I do with this, with all these other albums, because I've never done that with his music before. And it's been so long since I've heard it. It'd be kind of neat to hear it now, with having such an ear for hip hop now, to see how I feel about it now. But I haven't done that. And there's no particular reason other than I just haven't got to it. But yeah, explosive. 2001 Chronic, I think, is so fucking good. I think it's a great album. Great album. I used to listen to this one quite a bit. Still DRE. Oh my God. What a great song. What a great beat. Yeah. Anyway, let's go back here. Back to Mama's Gun. Cool song. Bag Lady. Cool song. I really like how the outro is, again, bring up the energy, bring up the tempo. Let's kind of shrug off this loss in a sense. You know, let's drop this baggage. Let's get over this fucking thing. Let's let it go. Move on. Find some love. Find somebody who can treat you right. Just let all this shit go. And sometimes it really is that. You know, I'll harp a little bit about how, like I did earlier, like, how do we do this? How do we let go of that? You just stop. You have to make a choice. Sometimes you really literally is, I choose to stop fucking thinking about this. It's over. It's done. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. And you just have to tell yourself, when it pops into your mind again, no, I'm moving on. Yeah, but no. And you just tell yourself that. No, I'm moving on. I'm not going to be upset about that. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm not going to think about that. I'm moving on. The outro really plays that way. The energy from that music section was fucking fantastic. Packlight. Yeah, Packlight. Let's go to 13. Time's a Wastin'. Erykah Badu, Sean Martin, Braylon Lacey, Gino Junebug Young, and Gino Log Johnson Iglehart. That's a hell of a name right there. And this is 13. This is almost 7 minutes. Time's a Wastin'. Here we go. I like that. I like that. Yes, I do. Uh-huh. Yeah, beautiful.
Time's a wasting. Don't you take your time, young man. Keep on drifting. Ain't no telling where you'll land. Living in a world that's so fast. Gotta make your money last. Learn from your past. Oh, time's a wasting.
Yeah, dude. Yep. Yep. Let's get the heart. Yep.
Keep on drifting.
I love that.
So strange. Boy, don't let your focus change.
Quick pause in the middle here. Really like this song. Times are wasting. Don't take your time. Keep on drifting and no telling where you'll land. It's quite true, unfortunately. I wish I could tell you, no, take your time, enjoy yourself. You'll figure it out, all that kind of stuff. But man, it just goes blazing by. That's why I was saying earlier, it makes me, with that song, Kiss Me on My Neck, it almost makes me sad because it's like, I always feel like, oh, I have all this time to do the things, you know, I can go give her a kiss on the neck anytime I want. But it so rarely happens. I mean, it's not rare, but, and I'll there's times I don't want to bug her either, right? Got to leave her alone a little bit sometimes. But man, time just gets gobbled up so fast. So yeah, there's these, you know, those days where, you know, a couple days go by and then it's a week and then it's a couple weeks and then it's been a month and it's 2 months and it's like if you haven't done anything, you're just kind of pissing away your time, you know. Then all of a sudden it's just fucking gone. And then, you know, this interesting here. Some people may not understand what it means to be a man taking full command. And, you know, I don't want to speak for her and what she means here. There's a lot of different ways to take that, but I feel like it's tough in our society, you know, men and what a man is and what a man's supposed to do. And there's a lot of opinions out there on what that means, what it means to be a man, what you have to do to be a man, and blah, blah, blah. Both from the male sphere and the, you know, the women as well. But I do agree with this idea. Taking full command, just make decisions. That's important. And this isn't even like a man thing. This is just to be a person, to be effective in your own life, man or woman. Make some decisions. You just got to make decisions. They're not all going to be right. It's impossible to be right all the time. You're going to make a decision that ends up being a mistake. Learn what you can and then decide to move on. Don't be the bag lady. Don't carry all that shit with you. Learn from it. Let it the fuck go. Take the next step. Advance to the next day. Make decisions. Make decisions. That's how I take that. Taking full command. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say what other people might say or might think. That's all I'm going to say. That's the tool that I have found effective in my life. Sometimes the decision to make is I am not going to do anything. And that might sound a little funny, but like right now in my situation at work, I would like to find a new job. I would like to work for somebody else. There are opportunities for me to do so. It changes my commute. It changes my schedule. Maybe I don't have Fridays available anymore. You know, there's a lot of different pros and cons. So right now my decision is I'm not going to take a new job. And instead I'm going to choose to just get through this very difficult period that's happening at work. That's what I'm choosing to do. And so on the outside, it might look like I'm not doing anything, but no, I've made my decision. That's what I'm choosing to do. I'm just going to unless it gets worse. I mean, and the other thing too is when it comes to making a decision, this isn't something that, okay, you've fucking punched it into concrete and now you can never, ever change your mind. Look, situations change, conditions change. You take in information as it comes. You make your decision, you keep going. Here's new information. Okay. Do I change my decision? Because you can. You can. Now, you don't want to be wishy-washy, but if you decide, hey, I'm going to do this thing until this scenario plays out, then I go this way. Then, okay, if it happens, then you go that way. But I just wanted to hit on this. Take command. Make decisions. Try to make healthy decisions. But at minimum, make some fucking decisions. And just do the shit. Do it. Do it.
Baby, we
love the strings on top of this. Initially, I wasn't super into the segue here. I like this part though. These humming strings. Yeah, this is great. This is great. Yeah. Love that little fill right there. That was great. Oh shit, it's over. Wow. So it fades out. Okay, it fades out. So the last track is called Green Eyes. And it's 10 minutes long. And it's got a decent amount of listens too, which is surprising. Like, I don't know why I think this, but I think there are times when I think I'm the only one that listens to long songs, you know? I love long songs. Multiple part. Okay, good. Cool. Cool. Time's a Wasting. Good song, man. Good song. Good song. Yeah. All right. Well, let's finish this up. What a great fucking album. What a great album. You know, I've been sitting here for 2 hours. We're at 2 hours and 5 minutes. It hasn't felt like 2 hours to me. Not at all. Not at all. The only song I don't have a star next to is My Life. I don't remember why. But, I mean, honestly, when I go back and put this on, I'm just going to let it play. That's the kind of album this has been, especially with the transitions that there have been between tracks. I'm going to let it play. Anyway, let's finish this up. Green Eyes. Producers Erykah Badu, Victor, I'll say Duplay, and James Poyser. Let's drop in. Final track, track 14, Green Eyes. 10 minutes, so I'm going to do some listening.
My eyes are green, 'cause I eat a lot of vegetables.
Okay.
It don't have nothing to do with your new friend.
Oh, okay.
My eyes are green.
Of course, green with envy, right? I love the lo-fi pop off of this. It don't have nothing to do with your new friend. Great roll into the new section.
Insecure, but I can't help it. My mind says move on. My heart lags behind, but I don't love you anymore. I'm so insecure, never knew that love did.
Oh, cool. Ah. Oh my god.
I can't
Oh, with the little piano too.
Somebody, you've done something to my mind, and I can't control it. But I don't love you anymore. Yes, I do. I think loving you is all.
That little part is fucking fantastic. Ha.
You
Da, da,
tried
da, 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 da.
to trick me, yeah.
I love these like just little sections through the song.
Never knew that love could hurt like this. Never thought I would, but I got this. Makes me feel so sad and hurt inside.
I like her voice here.
So I want to hide. Silly me, I thought your love was true. Change my name to Silly. Before I heal, it's gonna be a while. I know it's gonna be a while, child.
Yeah, dude. This is great. I love this like flute because it's almost like I mean it's a flute and it's light and it's airy and all that stuff, but it's almost like a cry. It's almost like a groan from the flute, which the flute doesn't really, usually you don't hear it played that way. Although I shouldn't speak on how the flute is played because I hardly ever listen to music that has a flute, but it just has this ache to it.
Hope is not too late, too late, too late, too late, too feeling insecure. Love has got me sore. I don't want no more. It's too
Oh my God. The production is out of control on this one.
I'm sorry, I love you. At first it was cool.
God damn, dude. It's so good.
Told me you loved me. I can't live if you were late.
Oh, the production through the horns. Oh, it's so good. What's with too late? Let's see what the annotation says. Although her lover's affection toward her has faded, Erykah cannot just back out of the relationship she has already invested herself into. She's in love. She states that it was too late for her to abandon her feelings. She was already in too deep. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Can't leave. Okay. Already too in love to leave. Okay. Okay. All right. That makes sense.
Just make love to me. Just one more time and then you'll see.
Just one more time and you'll see.
I can't believe I made a desperate plea. Was when
Oh my God. Beautiful. Great song, man. One thing I love is I'm a big prog metal guy. So progressive metal, where songs are like fucking 8, 9, 12 minutes long. They're changing, evolving. I love that kind of shit. Love it. It's so cool to essentially hear like a R&B soul song that's doing that. It's just like, this is fucking right up my alley in terms of just what they're doing musically. I love how it's playing out. I can't believe there's only 2 minutes left. Like, I was like, oh, this will be a long song. It's 10 minutes. No, this is the shortest 10-minute song there is. This is amazing.
Don't you want this wrong with me? You told me we had a family. Gonna run them up, but when you're down and low. And I don't know why I fuck with you. I know our love will never be the same, but I can't stand this growing pain.
That's a great song. Great song. I can't believe it's over. I can't believe it's over. No. Let's listen to it again. One more time. One more time from the top. So I'm do I want to talk about that? No. Let's not talk about that. We'll talk about this instead. Want to run because you say that you were afraid. Never knew what a friendship was. Never knew how to really love. This is why I married my wife. She was we met in the 7th grade, and we were friends and stuff, and we were boyfriend, girlfriend, 8th grade. Ooh. And then, we were just kind of friends in high school a little bit. I moved. My parents got divorced when I was in the 5th grade. With my dad, I moved around a couple times, and then from 7th grade through high school, I was essentially in the same spot except for 1 year. My junior year of high school, I lived with my mom for 1 year. So we were, friends in high school and stuff. But my wife, man, the divorce fucked me up. I'm not going to talk too in detail about, my mom and all that kind of stuff. But basically, my wife, she's really the first person outside of my family who I trusted. That was the clincher for me. She has a great ass, and she's cute, and she's great to be around, and all that kind of stuff. But she's the first person outside of my family I trusted. I actually trusted. And another important part of her and meeting her was her family too. Her family was a healthy, loving family. Not perfect. Of course there's some, there's always, there's a word I'm trying to think of, I can't remember. There's always wrinkles in there, always struggles and issues, what have you. But overall, just a good, healthy family. And so I went, okay, this person's like legit. This person's real. And so I mentioned that because these two lines right here are so important. Never knew what a friendship was. Never knew how to really love. And with my upbringing, watched a marriage fail. And I don't want to get into my own personal thing. Not because I don't want to share, but because I don't want to upset other people. And so I'll keep it not for my sake, but more for other people's sake. And I'm not the only one who went through that, And so I'm kind of speaking to the guys here, for the guys here, like in defense of guys, because that's a common theme, right? Oh, failure. What is it? Not failure. Fear of commitment, right? Fear of commitment. They want to commit, and there's a whole lot of reasons for that. And whatever, I'm not going to dive into that section, but it's just so important to understand that there's a lot of us out there, guys, girls, whoever. If you don't really know what a friendship actually is, if you don't really know what love looks like, trusting someone feels like, it's really fucking hard to stay in a relationship. It's really hard. Really hard. It's so important. And it sucks because there's just a lot of us out there who, you come from upbringings where, your parents weren't together, or there's been multiple fucking parents and step parents and divorces and step siblings and your grandparents. It's just, it fucks with us. It really fucks us up. I don't really know what my point is. I think I am just kind of trying to shed some light on a person who would behave in a way that's fearful of committing and not really able to, who gets nervous. Because that's the thing too, right? Like some people, when they're actually in a healthy relationship, they don't know how to deal with it. Like what it feels wrong because it's not broken like all the other relationships they've been in. Like what's going on? Something isn't right. It's like, no, this is what it's actually supposed to be like, right? I'm so lucky because met her in the 7th grade and we stayed friends, and I thank God, man. Like I remember having a conversation with a friend a couple years ago. We were on a little road trip to go see another friend, and we were talking about, you know, our wives and how great they are, and how if something ever happened, there's no fucking way we're dating again. There's no way. No. Are you insane? Like, no. I'll just go be a monk and live in the mountains and fuck society. Fuck it. Well, I mean, obviously I'd take care of my son, but no. What a nightmare. I don't even want to consider that for a second. The idea of trying to like get back out there. Fuck that. No. Hell no. Anyway, fun little rant there. Beautiful song. Great song. Man, what an album, y'all. I almost didn't. I was like, oh, an hour 10. But I was like, I got time. I got plenty of time. For the things I need to do this afternoon to get ready, I got time. And people have this is one of the big ones. People have talked about this one a lot. I've gotten so many recommendations for it. Holy shit. What a great album. Especially the back end. Orange Moon, In Love With You, Bag Lady, Time's a Wasting, Green Eyes, banger. I can see why so many people probably just like put on, like you probably play, well, I mean, the opening two were great too. And I mean, and Cleva was good. Fuck, man. Booty, Kiss Me on the Neck. Great album. Oh my God. I think I'm aware that her and the Alchemist are working on something. That's another reason why I wanted to sit down with this, is because I think that's coming somewhat soon, an album with them. I know they have a single, but I wanted to kind of get prepped for that as well. Great album. Great music, great production, good lyrics, good messages. Yeah. I was going to say, I wonder what Mama's Gun actually means. Like what the context of the album title is, but I'm not too worried about it. Man, that was so fun to listen to. That's really the thing to me is I can praise the music and everything and how great it sounds and all this other stuff, but what the clincher is, it's just so fun to listen to. All these little delicate, beautiful, playful moments in the production. Even with Erykah Badu, her voice, man, she's doing some things. Yeah, good shit. Cleva. Cleva's really fun. Or no, was it Booty? Booty's what I'm thinking of. That was really fucking silly about how her man didn't steal a man. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that. I'm glad I sat down with it. I kind of keep hinting at what I'm going to talk about in a couple of weeks, my plans for 2026, but I'll kind of give the short and sweet version here. Going to focus more on hitting those classics because I've been neglecting them for too long. I want to get underground more, but I'll make those bonus videos. My goal will be to not do those really on Friday. Do those if I have extra time, then hit an underground as a bonus, because typically with the underground, what's nice, I don't usually have to edit. Usually those artists are on record deals or labels or whatever where they don't get too copyright cranky and they won't block full videos. So that's nice for me because then I can just listen to it, enjoy it, and post it, done. The editing, it doesn't take a long time, but it's like another couple hours to go through all that bullshit of editing and timestamps and uploading. And it's not hard work. It's just time. It takes time, So if I can get those extra underground ones in on a Saturday and I don't have to edit, then it's a little easier. I can just sit down for a couple hours, listen to some music, and then done. Anyway, I don't remember why I was talking about that. Good shit, man. Good shit. All right, y'all. Take care. We'll see you soon. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Where's the stop button? There it is. All right. We'll see you.